Hey guys, so this video is going to be discussing Leo energy, and you can equate this to the Leo sun sign if you would like, but it's more so just Leo energy in general and how you can see how that plays out in your chart. Being the fifth sign of the zodiac, Leo's phrase is I will. Known for being generous, assertive, enthusiastic, fairly optimistic, but more so in a prideful kind of way. Leo is a super fun sign, which makes sense as to why it rules the fifth house. The fifth house ruling children, romance, excitement, and entertainment, and art, creativity. Leo is a very dramatic sign. That is one way to definitely explain Leo. So wherever you have Leo in your chart, you are going to be very dramatic. But more so than just dramatic, you're going to seek the limelight. You're going to seek to show off your creative talents, to show off your creativity, show off your God-given abilities to be a damn Leo. As a Leo midhaven, I can feel this one really strong. And they say like the weaker octane of Leos is more so like being vain and kind of focusing entirely on yourself. There can be a lot of selfishness in regards to Leo energy, but it really all depends on how you use your Leo energy and getting to the point as a Leo where you know how to kind of spread your wealth and enthusiasm. And by wealth, I mean not in that in like a material sense, more so spreading your courageousness to the world, being that lion who stands on like the top of a mountain and roars in front of all of these people. It's as time goes on for Leos, they learn to kind of spread the same optimism and the same hope to other people, hoping that other people will also stand on their mountain and roar to the other lower beasts below them. Leos don't necessarily want to be the top dog necessarily. Maybe a lower octane Leo would, but as Leos mature and grow, they learn to share the limelight with their fellow friends as well and their loved ones and push them to be courageous too. Leos kind of crack me up because when you have Leos, you can either get, like, I think of two different things in my head when I think of Leos, and it's kind of funny because they're both from children's movies, but still, it's a perfect representation. The first Leo image that I get is that of like Simba from the Lion King's father, standing on the top of like this valley over all of like these other lions and like roaring and like showing his dominance and showing his like ability to lead them and to be the king. And then the other form of Leo is that of the lion from the Wizard of Oz, the cowardly lion. I more so see Leo energy act as the cowardly lion when they have like a wound to their pride or when they've been hurt in some way. Leos don't normally come off as this big like cowardly cat. Like it's normally something has to kind of activate that within Leo. They have to have some sort of hit to their confidence because confidence is huge for a Leo. When your entire ego is built upon your ability to be this dramatic centerfold or this centerpiece that kind of lights up the light of everybody around you, which, yes, I should probably add that as well. Leo is ruled by the sun. So think of Leo as like a light, like a sunbeam shining down, showing off their talent, showing off their skills, and being very, very prideful in all of that. The only time that I ever really see Leo turn into like the cowardly lion is when they somehow let down the ones that they love or even just themselves in general because they are so prideful and so big on justice and doing what's right. And you'll find a lot of Leos in positions of legal matters. It kind of goes both ways. With Leo, like midhaven, you see a lot of people either venturing off towards like acting and doing something like that where they're in the limelight, or you see the more advanced Leo maybe with more like Capricorn-like traits, doing something within the legal system. So Leo is huge on their ability to lead, to be a leader, definitely. They want to be the lion that's courageously roaring and saving and assisting the people of the land. And like I said, as Leos go on, they normally want to share this trait with other people as well. They push other people to also shine. Yeah, Leos are great. I love Leos personally. I get along great with Leos just because they are so much fun. There's so much like there's this zest for life that you see with Leos, and they just have this desire to like shine. And like I said, a healthy Leo will shine in the sense that like they'll want everybody else to shine as well. But they are just such bright, warm people. Like as long as the selfishness doesn't get in the way. And even when they are coming off as selfish, it's more so that Leos just think a lot of themselves in regards to their pursuits. They might not necessarily think as much about like what you're doing, but they are incredibly generous, and that's what kind of saves. It's like the Leo's like saving grace is the fact that like even though they sometimes become a little bit me focused and maybe even a little bit narcissistic, depending on what else you got working with within your realm of Leo in your birth chart. The generousness is what definitely saves you. It's what assists you in kind of saving face and kind of being that charmer. And that's a big one too. Leo is known for charisma. These people can, that saying, you could get a woman in white gloves to buy a ketchup popsicle or something like that. It's an old saying. That definitely explains a Leo. They do have a way of being smooth talkers, kind of. Not in an Aries-like sense where they're like super pushy, but in a sense that they can just like dazzle you. Like they can make you want whatever the hell it is that they are trying to tell you that you want. And that's what makes them incredible on regards to like, if you have a Leo midheaven, you most likely are Scorpio rising. So those two aid together. You have this commander and this like Leo energy that's just like, all right, come on, buy my shit. But I love Leos personally. Female Leos are just like a lot of fun. I have a couple of friends that are female Leos, and they're just so like brimming forth with like this bright sunshine and so goofy and so silly, but still very, very prideful and very, very big on justice. These people, like, if they see somebody like being treated unjustly, like they will stand up and like destroy you with their roar. It's a good way to put it. They aren't necessarily going to come after you like a Scorpio would, or battle you like an Aries, but they will stand tall and roar in your face pretty much and tell you that what you did was wrong. And when a Leo says that like you are wrong and you have caused some sort of like injustice, people listen to these guys because they do have so much energy behind their convictions. It's that sun energy, it's the ego. And that's what gives them also the connotation of being selfish, because they do have such big, brimming egos. So yeah, wherever you have Leo energy in your chart, it's where you are going to be confident and courageous and generous and dramatic and a big cowardly lion or Simba's father. You're going to be very, very, very dramatic. Dynamic is a good way to put it too. These people just have this strong presence to them. It's where it's going to be, you are just going to be on display, wherever that is, or you're at least going to crave to want to be on display, and you probably will not be happy unless you are. Because the ego, or the sun, being the ego, even though your sun sign can be in whatever, the sun's energy is your ego, and without that, you are tired. You feel fatigued. So Leos who aren't able to be a Leo, pretty much, to be courageous, to be this pillar of like strength and fortitude, like they actually will feel incredibly depleted in energy to not be able to let out that energy because it is so strong. It's the ego in the purest form. So yeah, that is Leo energy. Hope you enjoyed it.